Hey crafty friends, it's Melinda from mypapercrafting.com, and today I'm sharing with you a really quick little video on how you can make some shaped cards. Two very quick and easy ways of making some shaped cards with some of your images. And this features the monstrously awesome images from the RGStudio360 monstrously awesome stamp set, and in the stamp set there's a whole variety of eyes and mouths and noses, and then some shapes of some different little monsters that you can use. And of course, the special thing with the RGStudio360 collections are that you get the physical stamp set, but you also get the digital images of the stamp set. So that affords you the ability to resize, make the images larger, things of that nature. So that's what I did here. I used the digital version of the stamped images so that I could resize them and make the cards. And so I'm just going to show you two ways of making the shaped cards, and they're real quick and easy, but I just wanted to show you how these turned out. Okay, and then just real quickly as a side note, show you a couple more projects that I made with the same collection, just so you see how cute these little stamped images are. And like I said, there's a variety of little eyes and noses and mouths and some sentiments. And so you can see, like, I used the little eyeballs and created this background for this one, and then this little guy and that sentiment. And then over here I made these two little guys, same thing, all different eyeballs and mouths and noses, and then this sentiment. And then, of course, this background image is part of the bundle that was part of the release. So these are, like I said, two different cards. And I will leave links to the blog posts for these two cards, as well as the blog post for these. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so for the first way to make a shaped card is I took the digital image of the little monstrously awesome, one of the monsters, and I just sized it to roughly 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 based on his outer dimensions. And then I printed him out, and you can color him in however you want. And then I took another image, or another one of him, and with my software I just kind of blocked out, well, of course this you can put on, and then I just blocked this part out to make it just a plain white one. But if you don't know how to do that, you can just simply go by an outline with your pencil or marker and then just cut it out of plain white cardstock. So that's another way of doing it if you're not exactly Photoshop savvy or photo editing savvy. But this is done with the digital file. And so then what I did was I just went ahead and used my scoring board, and then I just scored right along here just enough so that it will create a place for you to adhere the top to the bottom, and it will also be the bend. So I just took my scoring tool and scored it right down here, and you can see, and then you can just bend it and burnish it. So now all that's left to do is for you to put a little adhesive right along this top part right here. So I'm going to do that real quick here a minute. Okay. And then you just line it up and push it down so that you adhered it. And there you go. There's your little card, your shaped card. So that's version 1. Okay. All right, so for the second version, I printed this one out again, and this is just a regular 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, but I just cut it here because I had other images that I had printed out because I didn't want to waste my paper. So for this one, the key is to print your image towards the bottom of your paper, leaving this top half free of anything. So then again, you're going to want to just go ahead and use your scoring tool, and you're going to want to find a line that's close to the top of his head, or close to the top in general of any image, so that you can go ahead and create a crease. So that's the object there, is that you want to create a crease. Okay, so I see that it's a little bit, so let me try and find a line that would be about, this looks like it'd be about right. So I'm going to go ahead and just create a crease right along that, and it's to create a top fold. Okay, so I went ahead and did that, and then you're just going to bend your card back, and then you're going to want to just burnish it. So then after you do that, then what you're going to do is you're going to want to just cut around him to create that back piece, but here at the top you just want to make sure and leave some of this intact so that it's the fold part, so that you don't cut it all the way apart. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so here's your little guy, and see, he's got that top there. And if you're not too keen on that, you can always just kind of color it in with some black marker so that it doesn't show. There. And there's your other little shaped card. And just a perfect amount of space to write a little something. All right, so that is just 2 quick and easy ways to make some shaped cards out of your digital downloads from RGStudio360. Like I said, this is, you know, the real simple way. It's not, if you don't have a cutter and you're not into all that fancy stuff, then these are just the 2 ways that you can do it. Obviously, if you have your Cricut and, you know, Photoshop and all that other stuff, you can do all this on there and have it cut it for you. But this is just a great way that if you wanted to just resize your little guys and try and make a shaped card out of it, then this is the way to do it. Just real quick and easy. And again, 2 different ways of doing it. So anyway, if you like the little images, I will leave a link in the info section below where you can pick these little guys up. Actually, they're part of a whole set of a few different little shapes, as well as some different eyes and some different mouths and things like that. So you can just have so much fun with it and go so many different ways. And it doesn't have to necessarily be Valentine. It can be, you know, anything themed in that regard. So I'll leave links in the info section below where you can go and pick them up. And I will leave a link to my blog post where you can get the details and pictures and that kind of thing as well. So if you liked the video, please take a moment to hit the like button and to subscribe. I sure would appreciate it. And until the next time, you have a wonderfully crafty day.